Target lost millions of credit cards from one cash register. Think about that. The best thing about blockchain is if the whole world goes to shit and one computer is left running one instance of Ethereum, your shit is still there. That is not news flash, okay? That is not true of anything else you got. So it's a liberating technology. It can financially change your life if you know what you're doing. And if you do the research, like watching videos like this, I'm here to educate you to make better decisions. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy JT, and we are back to the Crypto Den. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Today, we're going to talk about blockchain, all right, and exactly what it is. To give you the credibility and trust and faith in me, for those who do not know, my name is Jake Tullis. I go by JT. I have 11 years of software development experience, and I run a digital asset hedge fund called Bleeding Edge Capital. This channel is where I communicate all my research and try to help you all be better acquainted with this technology that you may or may not be investing in. So this is just my opinions, I'm bringing you the fundamentals of blockchain, anything about the assets are my opinions. It's just, I want to bring you the best information possible about this technology so you can make better decisions for your family. That's really my goal here. It's education. With that, I want to get right into it. We have, what is a blockchain? Okay, so a blockchain is a different way to manage data. Genuinely, that's all it is. So for a very long time, I actually want to do it like this. For a very long time, you had a company that would then buy all of the hardware, okay, that they need for everything. And it looked kind of like this, almost like a server rack, all of the hardware needed to scale a business. All of the software needs are either built in-house or they, hire another company that is built the same way. So let's just call this, Amazon, right? And then, okay, either way. So you have this company, and then they buy services from this company, and then, so on and so forth. And the internet was basically built like this. Okay, this is GoDaddy. Inside of GoDaddy is DNS, SMTP, all these different internet protocols that power the application GoDaddy that is managed by the company GoDaddy, who, if they can't build it, they then hire, Amazon to do all the digital marketing and Facebook to do all the digital marketing and advertising. Maybe they want to do help with the e-commerce, then they have some back-end plug-in for Amazon to allow order fulfillment through GoDaddy's websites and their website builder. And you get the idea. It's all these companies just building stuff, and then they all hire each other. It's very standard. Okay, that's how businesses were built from the 80s to present day. And then blockchain is, instead of doing that kind of architecture where it's monolithic, meaning one owner and then all the, an administrator over all the functions of a software. Instead, what you have are individual components, like a computer, that are owned by a bunch of different people in the world. So the same storage, same computing, same things that you need. Okay. Hey everybody, it's JT. Just in case you didn't know, I would love a sub. Almost 97% of you that have viewed our content have not subscribed, and it would mean the world to me if you just hit that sub button, give us a like, and let us know how we're doing. All right, back to the content. Start to look like this. And instead of, you going to be chill? Yeah. All right, so it's really just a random assortment. Oh, I can't believe that works. Okay. You get the idea, right? So all of these computers communicate to one another, and they all have different things. But it looks very different than the first image I showed you, right? like having a company that has all the things under its umbrella. Instead of that, you have basically individuals contributing the same stuff through the network. And the reason we basically can allow this is called decentralized computing. Okay. Decentralized computing means instead of having a centralized entity that controls all of the resources in the network and everything's going through one router, one domain, and all this other stuff, right? You got this thing over here. You have this instead, okay? And this thing does the exact same thing as this thing, but the difference is it has a token in between it. So let me see if I can, there we go. We'll call this big thing Ethereum, okay? Send it back. There we go. So this whole thing is Ethereum. And then you have Ether, the token, okay, being used between these computers to coordinate, okay? Now, how does the token help you coordinate? Well, no human is going to donate their computer. So you need an incentive. You need to incentivize people to actually invest in the Ethereum network. Same with Bitcoin and same with everything else. So the token is an incentivization mechanism, really. And you then have to ask, okay, if the computers can coordinate and they trust one another. The reason why they trust one another is, by the way, they've all made the same kind of investment. So if someone does something wrong against the network, they hurt themselves. So everyone kind of has a gun to their own head if they play this game in like a positive way. Like they're just like why would I want to hurt myself? Why would I want to hurt my bags? Basically, so there's a lot of positive incentives here, but also you have to think if we can get this network to work together to coordinate, okay, what is it actually going to do? Like, what is the purpose that it's going to serve? What problem is it going to solve? And then with Ethereum specifically, this same token, okay, can be used by Billy Bob. All right. Billy Bob pays Ether into the network and he basically buys a piece of the collective storage and the processing that this entire network offers. For those who don't know, when you buy Ether, you're also buying block space. That 0.000 something ETH that you paid to park your money in Ethereum or to run a smart contract or deploy a decentralized application or all these things that the Ethereum virtual machine offers, which I have tons of videos on. Make sure you just go through my catalog or just comment, ask what you want me to dive deeper into. But, Ethereum offers all of this stuff. And it's able to offer all of this stuff because all of us contribute to it. And then when someone buys our collective contribution, the profits get distributed across the token. So if you hold the token, you get to participate in the network's growth and expansion or compression because these are cycles, right? So blockchain is simply a new way to do things. It's a completely new way to coordinate resources. It's a completely new way to scale infrastructure. It's a completely new way to manage data in general. Instead of having all of it in one place, it's everywhere. So if that one place gets destroyed, nuked, EMP'd, whatever, there's another 350,000 computers running the same thing that you can just get your stuff. The best thing about blockchain is if the whole world goes to and one computer is left running one instance of Ethereum, your is still there. That is not news flash, okay? That is not true of anything else you got. Not your bank account, I mean, your photos at Apple, whatever it is, it's all in a centralized storage space, most likely AWS or Microsoft or Oracle or IBM. It's somewhere in a box, locked up, underground, weatherproof, whatever. It's secured, but it's nowhere near as secure as it would be on a blockchain. And that's the whole point. These decentralized networks allow for no single point of failure, not one. I mean, Target lost millions of credit cards from one cash register. Think about that. Sony, from one router, lost billions of dollars of copyright material. The single points of failure are real, and there's no way to, engineer around it. If there's no single point of failure, the reality is for you to take over Bitcoin, you would need to control 51% of the network, which is roughly half a trillion of hardware across 30 entities, miners, and then you'd have to convince them or just, somehow weasel your way in. Even if you got into one miner, you'd have to do it to all the miners to get 51%. That'd be a consolidation of three, right? And then even if you were able to do all of that and you actually got all the hardware, you would then have to figure out inside of 10 minutes the SHA-256 encryption that literally takes 10,000 years to solve. You'd have to solve it in 10 minutes before the password changed. That's encryption. So it's the safest place to store data ever. It's a way for the value of that decision people should make for security reasons gets disseminated to all of the people that supported the network and not to a board and a CEO and all the people that have made all this money in the past. So it's a liberating technology. It can financially change your life if you know what you're doing. And if you do the research, like watching videos like this, I'm here to educate you to make better decisions. The number one takeaway, before I go, that I want you to really just understand, I want it to drive home hard in your head, is this stuff is not a currency. It just isn't. It's technology. It's a data management theory, if anything, okay? And it's old. On my channel, we talk about tons of things. What we've just talked about is proof of work and proof of stake, and it's on the two oldest networks in the world. There is new stuff coming out that is just going to change everything. And that's where I have a specialty. That is what my fund does. We're a boutique shop. We identify infrastructure, we identify structural components that are critical to this industry ahead of time, and we put our investors' capital right in that pocket. And this channel hopefully can be your answer to some of the questions you have as you navigate this space. All right, that's it for me. Thank you all for tuning in. Until next time, take care of one another. Peace and love. I'll see you.